So I asked people to email me any questions so I could answer them on my live stream, and one person did. Their email reads, "Hi, I feel like I have a really vivid internal life with no real ability to explain it to others, and it's driving me crazy. I want to say so many things, but it all gets tangled up. I'm semi verbal slash mostly verbal. I can talk up a storm for hours about something I'm interested in, but I tend to shut down in social situations and frequently have burnout so bad I can't seem to focus on anything, even things I like or need to do. I've been trying to get an autism evaluation for the last year and official ADHD test for the last 5 years. And at this point, I'm so burnt out from investing so much and not getting any forward movement and getting really discouraged. Now that I'm finally starting to get specific places to look at, they're all so expensive or they don't do autism testing. I don't have any energy to do the work of reaching out, making appointments, trauma work, learning life skills like driving or school, etc. I guess I'm just looking for advice. Thank you so much for that email. So, first of all, I'd just like to say um, that first half is very relatable to me. Um, so much of my life is inside my head, and I'm not always sure how to get it out. I'm terrible with words. Um, I think in pictures, so explaining things with words is usually really difficult for me. Honestly, that's partly why I started my comic. It's a way of getting stuff out in my way. There are times that making my comic has been therapeutic for me because I can get what's in my head out in a way that other people can understand. My brain communicates with me via pictures, so pictures are the easiest way for me to communicate with others. Maybe see if there's an easier way for you to communicate and try it out. Try and find out how your brain talks to you, and that may help you find out what's the best way for you to talk to others. As for the part about being able to just talk and talk and talk, but also shutting down social situations, I completely get that. I do the same. I just want to info dump on people, but my anxiety can get in the way. It was my anxiety getting out of hand that caused me to have massive burnout recently, along with panic attacks. Before 2020, I found that my burnouts had been happening less frequently the more I understood my autism and what I needed. The more I was able to see why there were days I just couldn't do anything, or why certain activities or people caused me way more stress than seemed normal for others, I was able to give myself some more slack. I was able to take a step back and go, okay, this activity is causing me lots of stress because it sets off my social anxiety, which makes me exhausted, which is causing burnout, which is causing me to be unable to do things. So I just need to figure out how to get around doing that activity. It's like a puzzle. As you put the pieces of yourself together, you're able to figure out how to help yourself. This is true for everyone. Of course, with COVID 19 and just everything that 2020 threw at us and what 2021 is currently throwing at us, stress and anxiety is going to be higher and burnout more frequent. So there's only so much that can be done about that, sadly. Now, when it comes to getting an autism or ADHD diagnosis. It's always incredibly difficult, especially if you're not a white cis boy. It's an uphill battle. Since I personally didn't go through this, I'm not sure what advice to give you, aside from maybe reaching out to online autism support groups and seeing if you can talk to others who've gone through what you're going through. I can understand why it's so exhausting, though. And I just want to add in here, if you're looking for an autism diagnosis only for your own validation, just know that self-diagnosis is valid. If you're looking to get a diagnosis in hopes of getting some support, then yes, you will need a diagnosis. But if it's just for your own, personal validation, just know self-diagnosis, perfectly valid. But anyways, when all your energy is taken up from stress, just draining it all away, it's so hard to do what needs to be done. My advice to you would be that if you have a bunch of important stuff to get done, try just doing one part of it a day. Make one phone call or research one place to get evaluated at. Or try out one life skill you want to learn. It may slow the process down, but it's better to get it done slowly than not at all, because you're exhausted from stress. Sometimes taking baby steps is the best way to deal with a situation. And never forget that asking for help from those who care about you can help lessen the burden. It sounds like you're taking too much on your shoulders. You may need help from others to help you carry the weight. So, I hope that helps you, and I hope it helps someone else watching this. I've heard from teachers when I was in school that if one person asks a question, chances are more people also have the same question, but don't have the confidence to ask it. That's why I want to do these emails. Read them out in the live stream. So I can help not only the person asking, but others as well. On Tumblr, there's this option to ask questions anonymously. And so far, it's been such an amazing tool for those who want to ask something, but are too shy. They can ask their question, but remain hidden. Thankfully, I've yet to get any horrid trolls or anything on Tumblr doing anonymous asks, so I'm very grateful for that.